Elsa Mama, Char, and Tivu. These teams met in ESEA main finals last season. 9 of the 10 people in the server were the ones battling it out. But now we have these 10 people battling out their first match in the ESEA-Invite for both of these teams. And we're seeing SapphireKelowna start off their Invite season with 4 going towards inner with the bomb Char making noise between Ivy and T-Connector. Looks like he will be setting up for a smoke. We may be seeing a fake outer here. Reliable Gaming set up with Lex and Marklodon and the Ivy Connector. Lightworker and the old bomb chain. Spider and Robbie spotting from a distance the B-bomb site. If SapphireKelowna can drop a few smokes down lower, a few smokes upper, they can have a free bomb site in inner. And it looks like that's what they're going to be doing. Here comes the smoke out. Wabbit pushing out, spots Abe. 925, bullets exchanged, not too much damage dealt. Still all 5 members of both teams alive as a push is being taken. Actually, we're seeing a fake from SapphireKelowna. They are going outside. Luckily, Lex and Marklodon are still out there, but still caught off guard by the rush. Lightworker, Lex, both getting kills for their team. Elsa Mama going down to Lex. Tivu gets one for his team. Ocean from the ladder train. Last member alive in a 1 versus 3. Has already gotten 1 frag this round. He needs a 4K if they want to win this. He will not get it. Robbie with the USP takes him down from Z-Connector. First round going for Reliable Gaming.
That was absolutely beautiful. This is coming from someone who just had to watch some pretty insufferable CT defense. It's like Reliable just flipped the light switch on that round. What you saw at first was initially a huge over-rotate by Reliable. They just see people running down inner, they're flashing back to the previous match like, oh my god, it's going to be an inner execute.
Because that was pistol round last match.
Yeah, exactly. They looked like they were running the same thing, but someone had the presence of mind on that team. Can't pick out a name, but it was someone in inner, someone out yard, who realized bomb wasn't even sighted yet, and they weren't fully committed. So Mark and Lex both stayed yard. Lex wasn't even halfway across the bomb site before he rotated out. Positioning themselves right there, essentially side by side, exchanging beautifully. Everything we didn't see in the last match, we just saw in pistol. And now Reliable was rewarded with winning the round.
Now their goal is to not get ecoed. Spider 925 spotting feet as they run across towards upper. Lex with just a 5-7, the only person on the team without a rifle, but of course he's saving up for that op that he is so deadly with. Spider 925 still spotting feet, but he does not know they are already out upper. They are planting the bomb, and Spider 925 will not get any picks in. Tivu's got to kill him, drop him from the round. Quite a bit of damage being dealt on SapphireKelowna, but Elsa Mama needing that knot as he gets a frag. Lexin, Robbie with one himself. Wabbit from the bomb chain with the Glock. Drops Lex, trades him out. Now a 2 versus 3 in favor of SapphireKelowna. This is looking like a great eco so far for SapphireKelowna. But can they capitalize enough to finish off the round and get a win? Robbie's going to try to make that answer as no. As he gets 1 frag, will get the second. It's now 2 versus 1. The bomb is being stuck by Marklodon. Robbie going for this last frag. Will get it. And Reliable holds on to the round, but at what cost? They lost 3 guns.
That was a beautiful round by SapphireKelowna, and it was kind of a sloppy rotate call by Spider 925. He's seen numbers, he's seen people cross, and he's getting attacked and lower, and Reliable either didn't react to his call to rotate, or Spider 925 decided not to call the rotate, because he was in isolation as they're flooding the site. It was a good retake by Marklodon and Robbie to sort of pick up the mess, but now they've got to deal with an early gun round that could have been avoided.
Yes, they already have to rebuy 3 rifles. One of those rifles, however, being an op for Lex. Third round, he already has that in hand, and he puts it in play at the Ivy train. But we see a buy coming in for SapphireKelowna. All 5 rifles, and they're pushing right through outer. They are pushing through their own smokes, and that's going to be deadly as Char pushes through a smoke and is able to frag Lex, who is looking the wrong way. Wabbit and Char again with frags, making this a very quickly a 4 versus 2 in favor of SapphireKelowna. Spider coming up with 2 frags for his team on this rotate. Him and his teammate Robbie need 3 more if they want to win this round. Rabbit making that just harder for them. As he jumps Spider, Robbie with a nice nade. Bomb timer ticking down, doesn't have much time. He smokes the wrong place. He's not going to be able to have this round. As Wabbit and Tivu are going to pinch on him as he tries to get on the bomb. So payoff for an early buy for SapphireKelowna. They get the round, making this a 2-1 scoreline.
And it appears right now through these first 2 matches, Reliable's kryptonite is the quick yard take with a good smoke execute to precede it. The initial points of contact for Reliable have to be a lot more stout when it comes to facing the first point of action, because they're just going down way too quickly without much retort. You can't essentially force your inner players and your rotators to be stuck in a 3v2 or a 4v2 every single time. There just has to be a stronger hold. And I'm harping on this so much because we just saw it extensively in the previous match, if you were there with us. If not, you now know maybe a little bit of my frustration. Reliable's coming in on eco here, and SK is just going to go with a slow work inner, which is, completely kosher play for Counter-Strike.
Absolutely. Gaming as they are on an eco. But there's Char getting the flank already with 1 kill. Here comes 2 more members on the flank. His teammates Wabbit gonna help him out, but Char getting the 2nd kill of the round. Robbie, the only surviving member of the CT team, he's an inner, but he will go down very, very quickly to ESEA-Invite, who pushed through lower. So Reliable Gaming now all tied up with SapphireKelowna, but they will be able to maybe buy this round. They may elect to go with a double save.
It's going to be a double save, yeah. They had 4 people sub 4K. You're not going to be able to get a meaningful buy out of that.
And with no counter smokes, no counter flashes, and op not in Lex's hands, yeah, definitely go with the double save here. Unfortunate that they're going to be giving up 2 rounds that could have been theirs, barring some amazing eco that we're going to be seeing here. They're having an interesting setup, but bombs already be going down in the outer bomb site here just a few seconds by Ocean. No kills being traded yet. 3 members of RG above the ladder. ESEA-Invite lining up too with getting the frag. Spider on the rotate. Can he find anyone? Gets 1 onto Char, but he's going to be fragged out by Ocean here. 4 versus 2 now. Lex still on the flank. Gonna try to catch Wabbit off guard, but that will not happen as Wabbit is just lying in wait. Will let Lex lock into his crosshair and get the frag. Once again, it's all left up to Robbie in a 1 versus 4 situation. Just a CZ auto in hand. And it looks like SapphireKelowna knows he's above ladder, at least for the most part, can assume that, and they're just not going to rotate to that, not going to contest him, not let him get any sort of gun down. They're going to rotate out through T-spawn. Robbie will survive, but unable to drop any guns. SapphireKelowna has the lead now.
So the hope and the dream, if you have anything riding on Reliable right now, is that they'll adapt, or they'll pick up 2 auto snipers. That's always an option.
And
I had 3 scoped weapons on CT. If you're going to do it on any map, this is the map you're going to do it on. Really, out of Reliable this round, I hope, for the love of God, that they play behind the smokes. They don't try and YOLO into the smokes during an outer execute, as Mark goes down.
Very quick in the round. Wabbit with the quick P out T connector, while his teammate is busy rushing inner. Sniper 925 with the auto sniper, able to get 1, but was unaware that the SapphireKelowna has already pushed down the lower connector. Char killing him from the side. In a 4 versus 3, 2 scoped weapons still up for Reliable Gaming. Don't know how effective that's going to be on the retake. Char drops the last rifle they had. Char dropping light work as well. Char is just on fire so far in this game. And there's Lex running away with the op. Wants to keep that in his hands for as long as possible, which will allow SapphireKelowna to have their 4th round. 4 rounds in a row for them now. And what does Reliable need to do here to get back on track and get these rounds back in their favor?
Again, it just seems they're not really well adjusted to a high-speed level of play. That round, I mean, it's a round any Counter-Strike team can lose, where the first pick happens on the opposite side of the part that still has people up and healthy, just gets a little relaxed, thinking, oh, they're attacking the other part of the map. Spider 925's positioning was very questionable right there, as he was exposed entirely to lower ramp. He did manage to get the first kill, but you can't, if on inner rush, if you die that fast and only get 1 kill, it's just not sustainable. It's not going to lead to a round 1. Unless RG pulls some magic out on this eco, they're going to be staring down the barrel of being down 5-2, and in desperate need of sort of trying to regain control of the tempo, because right now, as we've seen through their first 21 CT rounds on this map tonight, they just have no control over what the other team is doing. They're essentially waiting for things to happen and reacting, hoping for the best.
And Lex, as we saw at the end of last round, Char getting the frag onto him, so he's unable to save that off. It looks like he's going to go down to Ocean here until he falls back and is able to escape that spotting. That Ocean's watching that T connector. SapphireKelowna realizing that Reliable is on the eco, so playing a very, very passive, playing together, not letting any guns drop, and if they happen to do so, being there to get the trade. It looks like they will be setting up for an outer take of some sort as bombs going towards Ivy. And only 1 man still making noise inner. That's ESEA-Invite. Could be on a flank, or could just be drawing the attention of the Reliable Gaming in towards inner. But we see 3 with the terrorist members walking towards Ivy in this 5 versus 4. Only pistols in the hands for Reliable. Unfortunate as ESEA-Invite gets Lex. TV with 1 on the mark on the Ivy. Take has happened. Bomb is going to go down in here in a 2 versus 4. This round is looking very, very bleak for Reliable Gaming. Don't have anything to save though. Just a 5-7 and a CZ auto in hand. They're either going to be waiting back 4 exits, which it looks like that's what they're going to do. 1 above ladder, 1 in CT spawn. Just see if they can get one of the players. You know, maybe Spider can get someone to fall into his web here, get a gun down, pick it up, save it for next round. But looking unlikely.
I love the Spider metaphor, but a Spider 925 is a Porsche as he peeks out wide on
Still Spider.
Elzamama. Yeah, you're right. Elzamama at mid doesn't manage to connect. They're going to save their pistols, and we're now going to be staring at 5-2 for SapphireKelowna.
And with no guns being dropped that round, economy is huge. Only one player with the buy sitting below 10k. So Reliable Gaming has gun round after gun round after gun round if they want to shut down and take out the economy of SapphireKelowna.
So yeah, now they're playing a little more sane in my opinion. They only have 1 auto sniper, 1 op, 3 rifles. I mean, again, the problem still holds. The first points of contact aren't doing that good of a job of dealing damage or getting kills. But Spider's going to prove me wrong. They're picking out Wabbit now, turning it into an instant 5-on-4 with only 20 seconds expired in the round. Elzamama responds by taking him out. Marklon takes out Ocean in sight, though, turning into a 4-on-3.
Tibu has snuck his way into the Z connector, though. I believe Lightworker is somewhat knowledgeable of that as he has been throwing nades. But then again, SapphireKelowna knowledgeable of where Lightworker is as Char throws a decent nade onto his back. Elzamama going down to Robbie. A nice play by him, and then Lightwork and Robbie just... There we finally see Reliable Gaming clean up, doing work, only losing 1 gun. However, it was the expensive auto sniper of Spider 925, but nonetheless winning the round, doing some sort of damage to SapphireKelowna's economy, but still a full buy coming in. Wabbit still has that op. Elzamama with the AK still sitting above 10k. So like I said, they still have a lot of work to do.
They probably need to level this out before they're going to see an eco coming in from SK. It was a really solid round, only losing 1 gun. And again, first point of contact, managed to do some damage, managed to get some kills, bended, but didn't break their defense to sort of accommodate for what SK was doing.
And what SK is doing this round is they have placed 1 member above ladder, and a boost from Wabbit is going to run to Lex here in just a second. Lex has spotted, but misses his shot. Wabbit through the corner of the wall, equalizing Lex, taking him down, opening up that Ivy just a little bit. Lightworker having to draw his attention from outer to inner. Elzamama with a quick peek onto Robbie. And will be able to get the frag, so already things not going to Reliable's game, not capitalizing on the momentum they had last round. And here comes the Intertake, Elzamama, Char, throwing smokes, throwing flashes, throwing everything they have down that ramp, getting into the bomb site. However, this will be a fake as bomb sneaking its way out T-connector. Char coming back down to Spider 925. Spider 925 getting the kill, maybe now realizing it's a fake since Char was making his way back to the outer bomb site. As 2 members of Reliable still sitting in this outer bomb site, Spider able to get 1, but not before Tivu drops Marklon at Spider with a nice trade. Now a 2 versus 2 Lightworker and Spider versus Ocean and Elzamama. Ocean has pushed his way through hell. Maybe running, yes, catching Spider off guard. Able to get the frag. Held his breath there for a little bit, but was able to keep his composure and continue with the 1-taps until Spider was down. Lightworker making this a quick 1 versus 1 and making it a 1 versus 0. A headshot right over the box of Ocean. We'll be able to get on the bomb. We'll be able to defuse it. 5-4 Reliable. Things started off bad that round. They won it, however. What did you see that round that they turned the tides from being down 2 men very, very quickly, opening up the both bomb sites completely to winning the round?
Very simply, SK threw very, 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 very hard. Little did they know, the best option was just to go in or after losing a guy that's pushed up alone in isolation. They could have easily swept through that bomb site and been fine. But instead, they elected to sort of, dilly-dally around at T-mid, have Wabbit miss. Honestly, what turned the tide of the round was missing the shot on Spider, because Spider just wound up going straight into sight, getting 3 kills before dying, and setting Lightworker up to turn a nice play into 1v2.
And back to the slow play is SapphireKelowna. The op still in Wabbit's hand. The op in Lex's hand still. The auto sniper back in Spider 925's hand. A little bit of damage actually quite a bit of damage has been dealt onto Robbie as his foot was spotted in the inner bomb site. Wabbit with the op able to leg him and make him play on top of the train. But Robbie does have help in inner. Spider 925 with the auto sniper, as we've seen him do many times before, or at least in other games. About the first time we've seen him happen this game. On that upper ramp, spotting the T upper. But here, bomb is nowhere near it. bomb above ladder, so very, very flexible what they could do. But they may want to start taking inners. Elsamama gets a frag onto Robbie. Spider925 having to fall back from his ramp position and pay more attention to the bomb site from the lower area. But here comes what looks to be one member coming out of that. Sivu being dropped by Lex as he pushed up Ivy, maybe trying to get a quick flank. But the B bomb site has been taken. Elsamama has to be telling his team, guys, I walked through the site. Get over here. Get this plant down now. And Reliable Gaming realizing that on the rotate, Spider925 drops Elsamama. Char's going to run the light worker here. Who's going to have the better angle? Who's going to be able to get the frag? Bullets are exchanged. Spider925 getting dropped by the op of Wabbit. But Lex canceling him out as he's waiting for that peek. Lets Wabbit walk into his crosshair. But unbeknownst on the flank of Ocean, but Lex not shy about hitting about 120-degree no-scope onto Ocean. A beautiful way to end the round. And a beautiful way to win Reliable their third round in a row.
That was a really, 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 really solid play by Reliable. SK did the right play, honestly, by going in there, taking the bomb, planting it. But the problem was their post-plant situation was a bit gross. It was nice that Els was all the way pushed up in yard, but when the site's that far open, I have no idea why he isn't all the way up by CT spawn in an awkward position where instead of one where Spider can easily hit him. I'm not sure why Char is peeking wide in sight when his only teammate is upper with an op. I don't know why Ocean's taking so long to flank. These are questions I'd love to have answers to, but I'm not going to get them. It's what cost SK the round, and now they're starting to sort of feel the pressure.
And to answer that pressure, they're going to go on a very, very quick take outside. Tivu coming up with two huge frags, trying to work his way into Z, but not before Lightworker gets spamming through the smoke. Belsamama's going to trade out Marklodon and the CT Heaven gets one, gets two. Bomb is going down. Can he get the third? Marklodon coming up big for his team. Only had two frags entering that round. Gets three, but three huge frags, giving Reliable their fourth round in a row. But hard news for Reliable to take. I don't believe SapphireKelowna is... Yep, they definitely will not be on an eco this next round. Not only do they have that huge economy that was built up 4 rounds ago, but they've been managing it, even though they've been losing. Haven't been buying too expensively, so they still have stuff to work with. It looks like an op may go in Wabbit's hands here. Some of his teammates dropping for him, or we may see a 5 AK buy.
It's looking to be a 5 AK buy. I think the dream might be dead for Wabbit as an opper this match. Maybe just for this half, though. And my previous prediction of an eco for SK if they got to 5-5 has clearly been blown out of the water because they just keep playing the bomb. Inner rush, ooh.
As, yeah, we do see a quick inner rush. Robbie having to hold it by himself. Actually, Spider on the quick rotate drops two through the smoke. Can he get the third as he crosses the site? Looked away at the wrong time. Bomb will go down to Charge. That's even more money in SapphireKelowna's pocket. But it looks like this round should go in favor of Reliable. As it's a 4 versus 1, Tivu just by himself. Able to get one onto Spider925, but Lex too quick with the op. As I predicted, Lex's op was going to be a little more of a factor this game, and it has been so far. He has only stayed down a 7-8 scoreline for him personally, but the last few rounds he's come up with some huge frags of that op and won Reliable some rounds.
I'd have to entirely agree with that. And Reliable is now playing more like themselves. Their rotates are coming in quick and strong. They're communicating well. They're not dying. And most crucially, their first point of contact is just not falling over like an unsturdy table with 3 legs.
The Dream, however, is not dead for Wabbit as he picks up the op, but Lex trying to kill the Dream at least just a little bit more. A headshot over the train. Making this quickly a 5 versus 4. Robbie pushing up inner, able to get one. Push up with his teammate Lightworker. Elsamama doing a good job getting the trade, and to benefit him even more, gets the second frag. So it is a 3 versus 3, but the inner bomb site has been taken. All relying on Spider925 to hold inner with the auto sniper, but bomb has dropped back very, very far. And it looks like it's just going to be taken outer as that bomb site has also been cleared as well. Spider925 playing from Z, Lex playing from Ivy. Can Lex hit this shot, or at least a few, to try and give Reliable a chance to win their 6th round in a row? Lex is going to go down to the rifle of Tivu. Spider925 still staying alive, dropping the bomb. 1 versus 2 now. And he's going to be pushed up. Tivu peeks at the right time, gets the frag at the right time, winning SapphireKelowna their first round in quite a bit of time. But nonetheless, still an important round as they have 6 on their terrorist. You got to be feeling good for SapphireKelowna.
Oh yeah, exactly. Even though you just forfeited 5 in a row and finally respond with 1 of your own. That was a good round by SK. It was kind of a gross round for Reliable. There was a bit of cuddle time on the upper inner push by Reliable where resolute and wants to get to kill, sort of just grab 2 after they've already killed 1. and it just cost them the round. They then threw the CT defense into disarray, and a yard take was just a little too easy for SK to make.
Beautiful insight coming in from Cannon Chow, and here we're going to see a boost for Wabbit onto the Ivy fence. Can Lex peek it and be knowledgeable that he's there? Jump peeks, re-peeks, both of them missing their shot. Lex getting the better of Wabbit once again. The op battle definitely going in favor of Lex, excuse me. As Char's working his way down, Robbie's going to find him here in just a second. Who can get the frag? Robbie's going to be the frag. But Elsa Mama with a quick trade. Spider925 trading him out. So at least we see Reliable Gaming get some sort of trades as it's a 4 versus 2. Ocean and Tvu, the last remaining for SapphireKelowna, 2 AKs. Tvu slowly working out a T-connector. Ocean out of ladder train. Tvu getting the trade onto Mark Lodon. Lightworker just spotting his feet. He's going to run near him in just a second. Spamming away through the electric box. 1 versus 3. Definitely going to be difficult for Tvu. Reliable Gaming is... But luckily, Spider925 wins his 1 versus 1 against Tvu. And Reliable once again wins their round. 8-6 now.
Yeah, in terms of SK's strategy right now, or tactics, they seem to be trying to throw people at different parts of the map and hope a pick sort of just reveals itself. It's not necessarily a viable play when the counter-terrorist team is actually standing strong and not, freaking peeking wide and dying. But Reliable really tried to throw the end of that round by just peeking wide on Tvu. It's a 1-on-3. Just force him to come to you. There's no reason you should be YOLOing for kills.
On the last round of the half, SapphireKelowna's economy finally has been broken. Tvu with the TK on Wabba makes up for it with the frag on Robbie. And that inner bomb side is quickly taken. Robbie playing aggressive with absolutely no backup and inner. Elsa Mama already pushed up to 2 train. On top of it, maybe able to catch a few players off guard of the rotating Reliable Gaming. Bomb's going to go down as Char's going to get the plant. Ocean watching the flank, however, that's not going to be necessary as no one on Reliable is flanking. Mark Lodon coming up huge with 2 frags on the entry. 4 versus 2. This is quickly back in Reliable's favor. Now especially as this is a 1 versus 4. Mark Lodon spotting Ocean. Will be able to get his 3rd frag of the round. So Mark, not a frag heavy half for him, but he came up with the plays when he needed to. And Reliable makes up. They were down, what, 5-0?
No, they were down 5-2. They managed to win pistol,
5-2.
win round 2, lose the first early bye. Oh, okay, I didn't get the auto DC.
So they were down 5-2. I got the auto DC.
They pulled the first 7. They pulled out 7 rounds, and it was absolutely crucial.
They flipped the switch, got it, won the half, 9-6, but they need 7 rounds going on their T side.
I'm not sure. The problems I have with Reliable were just, at outset, they were just, again, not themselves. But the scoreboard sort of played itself out as you would expect. Robbie managed to be 2nd kill, which is he was getting first contact kills at inner, and he was getting the rotate kills coming down ladder. Spider is obviously the big player for that team right now because he was swinging between holding out the yard takes because essentially Z was locked down and ladder was sort of a gamble. Well, ladder was kind of open because Lightworker wasn't playing terribly strong, but he got all the kills in rotation and he made executing on a bomb site difficult every single time for SK. SK almost pulled the rabbit out of their hat last round because the whole half, anytime they threw a certain set yard smoke, Reliable would just immediately go into expecting that. It almost worked out for them, but the retake by Reliable, they just had enough equipment to sort of force the bomb site on that very last round. That's why we're staring at 9-6.
That early rotate when that smoke is dropped is probably PTSD from their last match against Savage. Probably still playing with that in the back of their minds, but here we are in pistol. Reliable Gaming send 3 quickly down ladder. Mark Lodon and Lightworker throwing smokes, throwing flashes out middle. This will be an outer bomb site take. SapphireKelowna, Elsa Mama with the pistol 5-7. Going to spam away through the smoke. Can he get the frag? Will get the frag. Mark Lodon with 1 himself. It's 4 versus 3 in favor of Reliable Gaming. Make that 4 versus 1 as Robbie and Mark Lodon still coming up huge for their team. Tvu, the last remaining member, fragging, shooting, doing everything he can to get Lightworker. Trying to get Spider. Will get Spider. Pre-fire on Lightworker. Lightworker's not peeking, doing the smart thing, letting his teammate Robbie rotate. Robbie with a very smart and great rotate around the flank of Tvu, getting that frag, securing Reliable a pistol round.
And a quick, easy way to describe that is if you're going to do that smoke take on pistol, or any round on this map, you have to be willing to push through your smokes and put yourself in positions to start killing people, because if you're not going to start fragging people and you're trying to do that plant, you're going to get burned. Also, quick shoutouts to WePlublians now, Max, Miles, and Truck. God bless.
Are they all in here?
No, I'm just kidding. They need some love.
Oh, okay. Well, that is fair enough, and of course we're going to see SapphireKelowna on an eco. They are not electing to go with any sort of armor buy, just pistol of choice. Char, the only one with any sort of a nade, and that will be a frag grenade. And here's Reliable Gaming. I actually watched them get eco'd against Vex Gaming last night after they won pistol on their T side, trying to not have that recreated, playing extremely passive at all the extremities of the map. Playing the buddy system as well, but Robbie, if ESEA-Invite decides to peek, this could go down to the CZ auto, as that is a very, very deadly gun. Robbie, however, with a smart flash, and will be able to get the frag, but at what cost, as he was dinked down to 20 HP. And doing the smart thing, giving his AK to the full HP Lightworker, taking the Galil for himself. A quick rotate from SapphireKelowna, all inner. Two, they actually had all inner at one point. Two being very smart, rotating back towards outer, as Reliable Gaming not playing off of that pick extremely aggressively. Char, Lightworker exchanging sight of each other. Lightworker getting the better of him with the AK. Seeing the bomb, that it's Wabbit inside as well. On the bomb chain, Lightworker already with 2 entries for himself. Spider pushing up, gets 1. Can he get the second onto Ocean? He will. So a great eco, or anti-eco coming for Reliable Gaming. All 5 members still alive. 2 AKs still on their back. Thoughts?
I mean, there's really not much to say. It was a complete shutout, well played by Reliable. It's crucial that you don't drop any guns and you don't lose that many people in that round, because it may or may not have given SK an incentive to buy early. As such, they only lost 3 people on pistol. They got 0 kills on round 2. They don't have any sort of economy to sort of force buy either the Quiet Colt or a FAMAS and armor, nades, what have you. So we're going to see another eco coming in from SK, and if Reliable can pull this one out, they're going to be staring at 12-6 and just need to secure 4 more rounds on T side.
Which is absolutely doable. Full pistol, no armor, no nades, bought for SapphireKelowna. Charson in a very interesting spot, where if Robbie pushes down, he may get killed out, but a great nade coming from Robbie, doing 53 points of health. Reliable Gaming do the exact same setup they had last round, playing very, very passive. Robbie, one of the players that's getting sort of aggressive with Lightworker and Inner. It seems like that's what they want to favor on their anti-eco. See if they can get any sort of pick. They were successful at it last round. Unable to do anything quite yet, as Char is playing very, very far back in the site. The only member of his team in Inner. Looks like we are going to be seeing an Inner hit. 4 members of Reliable Gaming. And they're going to play a smart thing. Take their long-range weapons out upper, not risking going down lower, where they can run to a short-range pistol at the advantage. Lightworker needs to get this frag, needs to get this entry, and will do so on to Char. Robbie with 1 himself. So 5 versus 3 equipment value in huge favor of Reliable. He was going to get caught off guard by Mark with a beautiful peek, catching the flank, and Robbie keeping his AK handy as he drops ESEA-Invite. Wabbit still on the flank. Lex says, don't worry about it, guys. I have this under control. We're going to win our 12th round right here. Not lose any guns once again. Building up their economy.
Now the real work begins, though, for Reliable. 4 rounds doesn't seem like a lot. We have to, keep this in perspective. It is T-side of train. As good as these first 3 rounds have been to them. We're going to see 1 op coming in on Wabbit, who has yet to give up the dream in terms of opping, and a 5 rifle setup for RG.
I wonder if RG is going to set up with any sort of set strat here. Is Lex not electing to go with the op, as we usually see him do. Usually see Reliable work picks with his op. Keeping the Galil, so he's going to be saving up, build up his economy, so maybe he can buy an op not 1 but 2 rounds in a row if they happen to lose this. And the outer take is on for Reliable. No frags exchanged yet. Ocean's spamming way through smoke, has dinked 1. Wabbit with his op. Mark lit on with his AK, making the numbers 4 versus 4. Wabbit once again with that op. Being very, very good with it. With 3K already in the round. Make it 4 for Wabbit. Wabbit. SapphireKelowna is thanking him for not putting down the op, not letting the dream die. He comes up huge with it and wins SapphireKelowna that first gun round of the second half.
And I mean, yeah, there we go. Lex is picking up the op now. I was going to say, when you tend to win the first 3 rounds and you have an opper and you still have 5 rifles up, teams can be inclined to just sort of say, let's stick it out, let's not invest yet, and we'll see how it goes. That strat was kind of broken by some shoddy smoke placement. I'm pretty sure Lex missed his smoke, which was supposed to go toward Hell Lane. But whoever was trying to cover 5 with the smoke just completely whiffed on it.
Tvu taking out the op Alex. That's going to be crucial for SapphireKelowna and helps to win this round. Char able to do some spam on Robbie, dinks him down to 8 HP, throwing a nice flash, and just finishes him off with the 1M4. 5 versus 3 now. Reliable not looking too good on this round, as they seem confused as to where to go, where to work, as they only have 3 members against SK's 5. SK still playing all of their positions. Not they are choosing to go. And Ocean on the quick rotate, and Wabbit and Tvu also getting pulled out of position. Lightworker trying to sneak out lower, getting caught by Char. That's not going to be effective for them. Ocean just spamming away through the smoke, doing quite a bit of damage actually onto Marklodon. And Char is going to hear the drop of Spider. Get that frag, so Reliable probably going to be forced to eco. Probably going to be forced to give up their 9th round of this match.
I don't know if it's necessarily a round lost. Ecoing on T side is always interesting because you do have opportunities to sort of get up in CT's grills in ways you usually don't have available to you. But that round was just a piecemeal defeat. Reliable looked like they weren't really interested in sort of working together and aggressing any bomb site. You had at least 3 players die in isolation without any real effective trade, remotely close to being imminent.
And the 4 Ivy take is real. Smoke's coming out. Are they going to choose to walk through it? A flash comes in. They are going to choose to run through that smoke. Tvu going to run into 4 members here very quickly. Able to get 1. Getting traded out by Lex. All up to Ocean to hold this. He gets the frag grenade. Gets the running AK spray. Wabbit from the back of bomb gets 1. Elsa Mama comes around the corner. Helps out his teammate Ocean on the frag on Marklodon. SapphireKelowna winning that in beautiful fashion. Only losing 1 gun.
So I feel like Reliable's best opportunities are going to be Robbie 1, picking up the op. If you're going to double op, whatever, let's dream that you can double op on this map, I guess. But as I was going to say before, I noticed something rather depressing. I think Reliable's best bets are going to be coming through with really just rock solid set strat execution. I don't foresee them getting lucky with that spread out grab picks and winning the round. I don't think that's the way to go moving forward. I don't think that will win them this match.
And I don't know if they have many set coordinated strats. At least I didn't see it last night. We didn't get a chance to see it earlier tonight as they lost very, very quickly to Savage. But they have a chance here. Only 4 rounds away from victory. But they are going with that work pick strat. Lex using his op at Ivy. He likes to do so. Seems like he likes to favor that a little bit more than going out T-connector and trying to get a pick. Char doing a little interesting dance. Going up the ladder. Jump off. Come down. Peek. And repeat. Interesting thing, keeping his hands busy, keeping his eyes moving to see if they do come down that lower. 2 ops, as you mentioned, on the backs of Reliable Gaming. The auto sniper on El Samama, the ops still on Wabbit's back, as he has been putting that to better work than he did in the first half. Flashes down ladder, Spider's going to get out. Looks like we are going to be seeing an outer execute. Lex working out. He needs to get an entry. Someone needs to get an entry for Reliable Gaming. Nothing spotted yet, as they have smoked on every spot. Marklodon finally gets Elsa Mama, but quickly traded out. Spider with the trade back. Ocean with the trade. Trades happening at every point of the map. Trades in favor so far of SapphireKelowna, as they're going to finish out the round with the Wabbit and Tvu getting frags, the last 2 remaining, and picking up the auto sniper as well, putting that back in Elsa Mama's hands.
So
12-10.
Oh yeah, no, that was a relatively ballsy gambit by Reliable to sort of just run out mid without effectively smoking off Z. And Marklodon did a really good job of just popping L's and taking out probably would have been the biggest issue for them fully executing Yard. The big problem that they then ran into is they just did not effectively clear the site on their way in. SK did a good job of just making sure if they were going to die, they're at least going to get 1, and there's usually a teammate nearby to trade. Wabbit again came through with the op, as we're just going to see another eco slaughter.
Eco slaughter indeed. As 4 have already dropped, make that 5. SapphireKelowna absolutely shutting that down. Not even, only losing 86 points of health that entire round. 12-11, Reliable letting this slip through their hands. Still only 4 rounds away, but yet now SapphireKelowna is only 5 rounds away, with 7 rounds remaining in this game, unless there's an overtime. But they're going back with the double op setup instead of Lex and Lightworker. Or excuse me, instead of Lex and Robbie, it will be Lex and Lightworker. And Lex once again using that op at Ivy. Can he pick off Tvu? Spots him. TV spots Lex as well, is going to fall back, realizing there's a sniper there. I don't want to peek that. Let me smoke it off. Shut him down, at least for a little bit, at the beginning of this round. And that's going to force Lex to completely fall back. He's not even going to waste time with it. He's going to see if he can use his op in a good way elsewhere on the map for Reliable Gaming. Still no damage exchange between these two teams. Reliable, as we've seen him do every single round. Play very, very passive at the beginning of the round. Maybe a change of pace next round could be different. Could win them around if they just go balls out, rush inner, or rush some type of bomb site. Char shutting down the inner rush that has happened so far. Lex opening things up a little bit with a frag on El Samama, who was at the Z connector. Char still in the bomb site, trying to hold off 4 players while his team rotates. He's done a good job so far, taking down 1 and still surviving for the rotate. The bomb will go down for Reliable Gaming. Frags need to quickly happen for Reliable Gaming, but SapphireKelowna trying to shut that down as Char gets 1. Ocean with the 1 himself. 3 versus 2. 2 ops still remaining for Reliable Gaming. Lex seems to be in a bad spot as he's getting flashed out. He's going into the rifle of TV. Why he's fully blind. Just Lightworker now, who's going to get pushed by the 5-7 of Wabbit at a disadvantage of ranged weapons. So he goes down, and the auto sniper being picked up once again. It's being recycled back to El Samama every round, and we now have a tie game.
Well, at least Reliable can now force another bye. We are all tied up. That's 6 consecutive rounds for Sapphire. Robbie was the linchpin of holding that retake, and he just couldn't manage to collect that kill on Ocean. I mean, the fact that they still managed to have a flash available to them that late in a retake is really, really good. And it literally turned around. The 2v3 became trivial after that because Lex got insta-blind, couldn't connect on Tvu, but honestly, it might be to Reliable's benefit that they finally are with 4 rifles, 1 op, and hopefully they're going to work that way for the rest of the T side.
Here come the smoke, here come the flashes, here comes what seems to be an outer take. Lex is going to be the first one out of T connector with the op. Being dropped by Wabbit, Tvu peeking from the Ivy lane, trying to help out his teammate, dropping Robbie. And here we are. We just see SapphireKelowna completely collapse on Reliable Gaming, is putting pressure on the map. 1 versus 3. Lightworker needs to come with the miracle for his team. El Samama with the auto sniper at 15 HP. Tvu and Ocean sitting at 100. Lightworker picked up an op for a 1 versus 3. He had an AK. Maybe he's just picking off to spot the lane, see if he can get anything initially. Either he's going to save this or he needs to pick up an AK. One Ocean sneaking up on him. Yeah, that's going to be Ocean in too good of a position. Knowing where Lightworker is, Lightworker having no clue where he is. Ocean gets the better of that. And now SapphireKelowna has their lead once again, 13-12.
Yeah, I was going to actually say, I don't know about intelligently, if that's the way I would describe that. They were playing that very passively. So the issue was, and we almost saw it happen, was that if you go completely turtle on any sort of clutch situation like that, where you're sort of waiting for the terrorist to make a play on the bomb site, you can forfeit the opportunity to sort of know when he's going to attack you. And that right there almost proved fatal, as Els and Tvu both went down to a very, very almost brilliant play by Lightworker. It was just fortunate that Ocean was in a good enough position that he could do damage control and just deal with Lightworker in that way. But we're going to see 5 rifles coming in for Reliable, and what looks like they're setting up for just a coordinated inner take.
All out rush. They're saying screw anything outer. We're going to go inner this round. Very, very slowly. They're just going to try and sneak up, gather information. We should see an execution here very, very quickly. Spider with the nice flash out to upper. Char playing this all by himself, gets 1. We've seen Char get so many entries. He's done a great job holding this inner. Can he keep it up as he's looking for his second? Will get a second before being traded out by Lightworker. Bomb goes down. Spider pushed up, dropped. Tvu dropping Lightworker as well. All up to Lex, 63 HP. Still in the bomb site, 1 versus 4. Peeks out, gets El Samama. Does not know he's being flanked by Pop Dog. Tvu's actually blinded by his team. Lex has to push up and get out of there, but Wabbit's going to op him as soon as he pushes up that Pop Dog lane. SapphireKelowna now 2 rounds away from winning this.
And Reliable right now is running into the problem of there's one guy, or maybe 2, in a given spot, just essentially locking them down. Outside, whenever they try and cross out of T-mid, Wabbit at least connects on 1. at some point. It's either the first guy or the third guy up, somewhere in between there. One of those guys is going down. Every time they go inner, Char isn't instantly dying, or Char is doing a really good job of staying alive. Like, you could look at it two sides of the same coin. Reliable really needs to hunker down and get an early pick, because right now all of them are falling in favor of SK.
You're absolutely correct, and Lex is going to try to switch that up, being boosted onto the fence, going to try and get a pick on a TV, but there's the smoke there. He's going to have trouble. Can he look over it and spot TV? Still nothing too much happening in this round. Reliable Gaming still working just very, very slowly, seeing if SK is going to give him anything, but SK is not giving them an inch, at least not in the department of entries. As Wabbit with a nice nade onto Lex. That's hard if you're Reliable Gaming, losing your Opper, who you're trying to get to work picks, to die to a nade. Very, very difficult. Char just doing his dance still at the Z connector train. He loves doing this. It's pretty entertaining to watch. But Auto Director's going to switch over to Ocean, who's spotting that ladder train, waiting for Spider to come out. Here comes some sort of spokes. Are we going to see anything out? Or Lightworker sneaking up inner as Char's rotating out. Lightworker may be able to get a frag here. Char is actually the one who's come out on top so far, doing the most damage between the two. Also, Mama hearing the footsteps of Spider as he sneaks up towards Z, getting that frag. TV with the P250 onto Robbie. Ocean is coming away, spamming through the smoke. How many times have we seen Ocean getting a running spray this game? And this is just all SK. Every single round, it seems like. Reliable has no answer for what SapphireKelowna is doing. And SapphireKelowna has every answer to what Reliable's doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they're playing a very just routine Counter-Strike CT side of train. Like, all the normal avenues of early success on T side of this map have been shut down. There's been no love for Reliable going down ladder early. I'm not even sure they've attempted it. Ivy isn't really open picking, and Wabbit has shut down any early T mid as they just flood out yard for their last round attempt.
What do you do when your back's against the wall? Reliable Gaming rushes all 5 outer. So far it's worked out as it's a 4 versus 4. Lightworker making it a 4 versus 3 with a frag to the back of TV. A nice boost coming in. That's not going to have anything going for it. Char being hit down to 16 points of health. Wabbit still 5 train. Bomb has yet to be planted. Wabbit making that troublesome as he's spotting an Ocean with 1, getting traded out by Lightworker. Char in this back lane with his teammate. 2 versus 2. This is a round that needs to go in favor of Lightworker. Of course, if they lose, SapphireKelowna takes the match. Lightworker getting blinded, completely hiding behind these sandbags as Robbie has worked his way up into CT heaven. Lightworker is going to be spotted around the corner by Char, but Char missing every single shot. And Reliable Gaming having some life remaining still as they get that round. 2 rounds left in the half. Reliable Gaming needs to win both to force an overtime. SapphireKelowna only needing 1 to clinch this victory.
And that was, back against the wall. Might as well throw everybody out mid. That just proved wrong what I thought Reliable should do is, go with set strats. Apparently the right way to play is to run at them and force them to hit shots. It was really good by Reliable, getting out yard, getting in position, and it was kind of one of the weirder plays in the round was Char jumping on top of Ocean's head and Z. It gave away a little too much information to sort of allow Reliable to relax and say, okay, we know exactly where 2 counter-terrorists are, and we'll just Wabbit still probably back lanes. It allowed them to relax a little bit in that setup, and I think helped them win the round.
I said earlier in the game, maybe Reliable should mix up their pace. That's exactly what they did, and it finally pays off for them. But Wabbit starting things off in favor for SapphireKelowna in this round. 5 versus 4 already. How many times we said that this half for SapphireKelowna? Not getting just the first 1, but getting the first 2. Make that 3 picks. As Char, Elsa, Mama, Wabbit all contributing to this round. That may be an inevitable victory for SapphireKelowna and an inevitable match win. As Lex and Lightworker have to come up with an amazing 2 versus 5 if they're going to stay alive. Wabbit using it up oh so well in this back lane. Lightworker making something happen, getting a frag on a TiVo. This is still doable. A little less doable as Elsa Mama drops Lex as he tries to sneak up onto that red train and Z connector. Lightworker with 1, Wabbit spotting them. Lightworker's in a bad position in this 1 versus 3. And Char will get the better of him. 16-13 is your final in favor of SapphireKelowna. And I believe we will be casting iBuyPower versus Lunatic next. A CVO P match. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure if it's live or if it's going live soon or when it's scheduled to go live, but I'll have that information for you very shortly. But Cannon, do you have any final thoughts on this match?
Maybe